You don't need another motivational video. You don't need someone yelling, wake up at 5 a.m. into a camera. You just need something real. So here it is. 5 realizations that actually shifted something in me. No fluff, no hype, just the kind of thoughts that stayed with me long after I heard them. Some of these might feel obvious. Some might hit a little too close. But if even one of them lands, then maybe you were meant to hear it today. Number 1, you don't need to be ready. I used to wait for motivation, for confidence, for some clear sign I was qualified. Looking back, I realized I was just scared. I thought I needed to feel ready before I could move on. But that feeling rarely came. The truth? The first time I ever took action before I felt ready was the first time something actually changed. Full disclosure, it was impulsive, it was scary, and it was desperate, but I finally did it. I quit my job. Doesn't sound like a big deal on its own, except it was the family business, and I was miserable. One day, after enough disrespect, I snapped. I stopped prioritizing the expectations and started prioritizing my mental health. I wasn't confident, I was just done. So there I was, no job, no backup plan, no income, a 1-month-old child at home, and a significant mortgage. I'll save the full story for another video. Let me know if you want to hear that. But the important part, it was the best decision I've ever made. I'm not telling you to do what I did. Everyone's situation is different. But for me, in that moment, it was a godsend. Scary as hell. But I got out, and I'm better for it. The shift happened when I stopped waiting for permission and just moved. Confidence didn't lead to action. It came after. Number 2, most of your pain comes from resistance, not reality. I'd spend days spiraling, not because of what was happening, but because of what might happen. There were things I knew I had to deal with, conversations, decisions, responsibilities, and I avoided them. Told myself it wasn't the right time, or that maybe it would solve itself. But the truth is, all that avoiding just made things worse. The stress didn't come from the problem itself. It came from all the energy I spent trying to dodge it. And here's the twist. When I finally faced it, it was fine. Not easy, but never as bad as the 100 versions of it I played out in my head. We trick ourselves into thinking we're protecting our peace by postponing stuff. But that tension we carry while waiting, that is the pain. Avoidance isn't calm, it's a slow burn. Reality hurt less than the story I built around it. Avoidance isn't peace, it's pressure on delay. Number 3, discipline isn't restriction. It's freedom. For a long time, I thought structure would make me feel trapped, rigid, boring, suffocating. But in reality, structure is the cogwheel that turns the machine. Okay, maybe that sounds a bit dramatic, but it's true. Almost anything in life works better when it's organized and, yeah, sometimes even a bit rigid. Structure is the base layer of discipline. And discipline, when it's built for you, doesn't feel like a prison. It feels like peace. I'm not saying you need to wake up at 4:45 a.m. and run a marathon before breakfast. I'm saying design your time, your money, your priorities in a way that supports you. Forget the 10 rules for billionaires YouTube junk. There's no perfect formula. No morning routine that unlocks success. Just make your life work how you need it to work. I used to be the most chaotic guy I knew. Everything last minute, nothing planned. But the moment I built a bit of discipline into my life, it didn't feel like I was limiting myself. It felt like I was finally free. I wasn't surviving the chaos anymore. I was stepping out of it. The boring stuff gave me breathing room. I didn't feel controlled. I finally felt clear. By the way, if any of this is landing for you, consider subscribing. I don't post hustle hype or fake positivity, just real stories like this, from one flawed human to another. And maybe that's what you need more of. Leave a comment below. Let me know what realizations you have had that generated a shift in your mindset. I can't wait to hear them from you. Now back to the video.
Number 4.
You are not your thoughts. I've had thoughts I didn't want to admit. Angry ones, insecure ones, self-destructive ones. And you know what? I bet you have too. We all have those moments where the mind drifts into weird, dark places, even if nothing around us is wrong. Sometimes they come up on their own. Sometimes they're echoes from other people's voices, things we absorbed without realizing. But here's the thing. You are not your thoughts. You don't have to be in control of what pops into your mind. You don't have to take ownership of every impulse. What you do with them, that's what matters. That ability to step back, to observe without absorbing, that's a turning point. It's not about being perfectly calm or always positive. It's about realizing you're not the voice in your head. You're the one hearing it. That was a huge part of my own growth, learning to separate myself from the chaos in my head. The doubts, the fear, the self-judgment, those aren't who I am. What I choose to do next, that's who I am. My thoughts are clouds. They pass. But my actions are the sky. They are me.
Number 5. Progress looks boring up close. I used to chase momentum, fast changes, quick wins, that dopamine hit that makes you feel like you're finally doing something big. And let's be real, we're all a little addicted to it. Just look around. YouTube, TikTok, your feed, it's packed with 10x your life by next month content. Everyone wants the shortcut, the perfect body in 30 days, the system that turns you into a millionaire by Christmas. And sure, some people get lucky. Some are born gifted. But let's be honest. For the rest of us, real progress is boring. Let me give you an example. A few years ago, I wanted to get in shape, so I did what everyone does. I Googled quick fixes, pills, meal plans, shiny workout routines with zero effort. None of them worked. You know what did? I woke up early. I hit the gym. I followed a structured program. I tracked my food, oats, Greek yogurt, chicken and rice, boring stuff. I had a sleep routine. I quit sugar and alcohol. It was nothing flashy, just rules, followed consistently. And you know what? It worked. Not overnight, not in 30 days, but it worked. It was boring, but boring was good. Boring was progress. Change isn't loud. It's quiet. If it's boring, it's probably working. You don't need to hold on to all 5 of these. Just take the one that landed, the one you felt in your chest, the one that made you pause, even for a second. Start there, because change doesn't need a full plan. It needs a moment, a shift, a decision that feels small but isn't. And if you're waiting for permission, this is it.